Aloha and welcome to the premiere episode for season 13 of Cover 2. And in this edition of Hawaii High School Football Weekly, we get hyped for a marquee matchup featuring two of the top teams in the state. The latest 4 Life feature takes us to Maui to meet a trailblazing Sabre. Plus, we got Throwback Thursday, pop quiz on the road, and the newest rising star. That and a whole lot more. But first, let's check in with Mitch Riberall, who's got the latest state rankings.
Thanks, Rob. It's time for the Cover 2 and Hawaii Army National Guard state rankings. And this season, we are changing it up, as it's not just the top 12 teams anymore. Now, coming in at unanimous #1 team in the state is St. Louis with 14 first-place votes. Now, taking a look at the rankings, it's now top 5 for each division. So St. Louis is first in the Open. Waianae is top seed in Division 1. Followed by Waipahu. And in Division 2, it's Kamehameha Maui taking the top seed, followed by Kalaheo. Rob, that's it for the rankings this week. Back to you.
Thanks a lot, Mitch. How's it going, everybody? Rob DeMello with former state champion player and coach Rich Miano. And coach, let's check in on Big Red of Kahuku behind interim head coach Nihoa Pule. They're 2-2, but talk about being battle-tested, having already faced St. Louis, Kamehameha, Kona Waina, and national power Bishop Gorman. And up next is the nation's top-ranked squad in all the land, Mater Dei.
Yeah, and I talked with Nihoa Pule, and Hawaiian said this: the schedule is daunting. The coach told me we play the best to challenge our kids to become better young men and better student athletes. They teach their kids early on they must learn to compete at every level for their jobs. Offensively, they think they're getting better. Defensively, they need to get better, and they're never satisfied. They always stay hungry, Rob, because Mater Dei looks like a college football team.
Absolutely. Year in, year out, that's the kind of squad that they got right there in California. It will be a tough test for Kahuku, but as mentioned, against a top-ranked team in the country. That's Friday night, 4 p.m. in Orange County. But it's Hawaii's 1 and Hawaii's 2 that revs the engine for the Built Ford tough matchup. Oh, and we're going to be rumbling down Mehu'ula Parkway in our Ford Super Duty for a showdown we've all been waiting for, as the reigning state champs of St. Louis will go on the road to face fellow unbeaten Mililani. Now, the top-ranked Crusaders play downhill on defense, and among the playmakers is University of Hawaii-bound defensive back Jaron Altura, who already has a pick despite being avoided at all costs. As for the second-ranked Trojans, they're coming off of back-to-back road wins where two-way standout Luke Van Antwerp has gone to work, scoring in both dubs with a whole lot of season ahead of us. Who can make the early statement as the team to beat in Hawaii's top division? Buckle up for a banger on Saturday night.
I feel like it's our character. You know, we're coming out here putting in the work, staying disciplined, and just being consistent with our work. And that's all you really need. It makes me very proud, you know, playing out here for the Brotherhood. It's very real. This school is not just for nobody. You know, you got to earn to be here. You got to earn a spot, and I'm very thankful for it. You know, this is my last season. I spent 4 years on this team, so really want to go out with a bang and just show them what we got.
It's like treating each game as a state championship game. You know, you don't ever take any team lightly, you know. And with that, you just watch film during the week, you practice it, and by game time, you should be like that. You should be fast. It's an opportunity not only for me, but also for everybody else to get better at the same time. Bringing the aggression every day, it just brings up the team all together and just being able to work together more as a team.
All right, Coach, let's start with the Crusaders, the defending state champs who bring some big game experience behind senior quarterback Nainoa Lopes. The Cal Berkeley commit against quality opponents, Kahuku and Bishop Montgomery. He's posted 330 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
Yeah, and I got a chance to watch him in his gestation stage. He was alternating at quarterback, Rob. He made a throw against Mililani last season. It was unbelievable. The spin was like a Division I quarterback, and I knew with proper coaching he would be a D1 quarterback. He has the height. His progressions are getting better, his reads are getting better, and his touch has improved vastly. This Crusader lineage of quarterbacks, I'm talking John Howe, I'm talking Cameron Higgins, Jason Gesser, Darnell Arsenault, Timmy Chang, Marcus Mariota, Tua Tagovailoa, Chevin Cordero, just to name a few.
Yeah, just to name a few. We went all over the map on that one, too. Now, on the other sideline, Head coach Rod York got some athletes, and that includes former Punahou standout linebacker Toa Satele, the son of former UH and NFL offensive lineman, the legendary Samson Satele.
Yeah, and talking to Rod York, couldn't say enough great things about Toa. Confident, well-mannered, a gentleman who excels in the classroom, who makes everybody around him better. He is the locker room leader. And Rob, you know this. I coached the dad, Samson, one of the greatest UH and NFL players ever. Samson had this to say about his son Toa. From a young age, he was writing down his goals. He hangs them in his room. He doesn't wait for direction or workout. He just does it. He always pushes his brothers. Rob, this guy has a chance not only to be a great high school football player, but a D1 player and potentially NFL. That's how talented Toa is.
Awesome stuff right there. All right, talk about setting the tone. The first Bill Ford Tough matchup, a clash of the Titans. Trojans and Crusaders kick off Saturday night set for 6:30. The game will be televised on Spectrum OC16. But if you need a ride to Central Oahu, oh, you know what's up. It's all aboard the hype train. Choo-choo! All right, before we take a timeout, it's the best of the best from last week's action in Hawaii Prep football. And we can use your help on social media. Use the hashtag Cover2. You can also tag yours truly or Mitch Ribeiro on Instagram. And your big play could be featured right here on Cover2. Here's this week's Cover2 and Spectrum Play of the Week.
Congratulations to the Molokai defense, where in last week's win over Ka'u, Riley Kalo Nakayama forced the fumble and Keston Tamanaha was the farmer on the spot. 70 yards to pay dirt as the guys in green start 2025 with a victory. That's your Cover2 and Spectrum Play of the Week.
Monihara, and it's Throwback Thursday time. Tonight we take the Cover2 time machine to mid-90s, where Punahou running back Afatia Thompson was pure entertainment on the prep gridiron. As a senior for the Buff and Blue, Thompson led Punahou to a 9-0 start, rushing for over 900 yards, which included a 200-yard game against rival Kamehameha, before suffering a season-ending knee injury. After rehabbing, Thompson returned to the Aloha Stadium for the University of Hawaii, where as a Rainbow Warrior, he was a 3-year starter and played a significant role in Hawaii's turnaround. From a 0-12 in 1998 to conference and bowl game championships in 1999. After hanging up the cleats, Thompson went lights, camera, and action as a multifaceted entertainer. He became a Nahoku Hanohano award-winning musician and currently operates the family business, Tehati Productions, the largest and longest-running entertainment company in the state of Hawaii. Today, Thompson, who is the father of current UH defense back Matangi Thompson, resides in Honolulu and has 5 children with his wife, Nicole. Tonight, we send some aloha to Afatia Thompson of the Punahou Buff and Blue. For Cover2, I'm Monihara. Thanks for watching.
Welcome back to Cover2, Hawaii High School Football Weekly. One of the more intriguing division crossover games on the schedule has Campbell facing Damien at Kapolei. Now, the Sabres are undefeated behind Shaisin Kupuka'a's 26 yards per catch and 5 touchdowns. But the Monarchs are looking to set off the upset alert siren with arguably the biggest arm in the state. 4th-year starting quarterback A.J. Tuifua, who carries a wealth of experience and trust in his teammates.
Automatic. I mean, offense, they do their thing. Defense do their thing. Offense, we know that we can trust each other, that we can come together and score some points. But having the offense trusting the defense make the team way greater, because defense wins championships. Is that the big what you call the slogan that we have? But then just us trusting the defense, it won't be huge, because this year I think we're really balanced on both sides. So just us giving them everything that we have will make the team better.
And And over in the OIA Division 1, it's a battle for West Side bragging rights as Nanakuli plays host to Waianae, where the crosstown rivalry game is anticipating to be packed. And for good reason. The Sea Riders and Golden Hawks haven't faced off since 2009. And although Waianae head coach Vince Nihipali, who grew up in the 96792, is well aware of the significance of the game, the program remains committed to the process.
Tell the kids we got to make sure we get better every day, we stay healthy, we take care of each other, we do all the little things, right? We don't skip steps, we just work hard, we have great attitude, and everything else. It's win the day, win the day, win the day, win the game, right? Win the day, win the day, win the day, win the game. Take it day to day, week to week, and then as you get along, you build some momentum, and then, chips fall where they fall, and you should be good to go.
And over on the Valley Isle, a big game in Division 1 is on the docket as Lahaina Luna will lay out the welcome mat for the Maui Sabres. Now, the Lunas are the 17-time defending league champions and can once again run the rock behind Mr. Must-See TV, Kyle Thomas. But as Mitch Riberall tells us in Forward Life, a defender in blue and white has already shattered multiple glass ceilings, providing a generation of inspiration in the process.
The Maui Sabres hitting the field this year and looking to change the tide from previous seasons. And on this year's varsity squad is junior Kalen Banog, who is blazing a trail for a new generation of athletes. The Maui Sabres are hitting the field this year in hopes of securing their first winning season in 3 years. And while doing that, one member of the team is breaking down barriers and becoming a role model for younger athletes across the islands.
Anytime you're breaking the ceiling, that's a big accomplishment for anybody, right? So she comes here with a great attitude. She works hard. Like I said, she works hard all the time. And she's always up, never down. So she brings a great energy to the game.
I honestly love thinking about that, being an inspiration for girls. I'm just happy that they can look up to me because I didn't have that much to look up to. And I'm happy that I can inspire other girls to play.
Maui junior Kalen Banog is a multi-sport athlete, which includes playing defensive back for the football team.
And there's a lot of adversities for sure, being the only girl, but you just gotta take it one step at a time and not just expect too much of yourself. And
this isn't the first year playing for the junior, as she has played tackle football up against the boys on Maui for years.
It started when I was small, for sure. I think in elementary school, I started playing flag football. And I didn't like it at first. But eventually my dad pushed me and I started to learn and understand things. And that's when I started to play tackle, because I thought, my brother's playing tackle, why can't I? That sibling competitiveness. Honestly, I just thought, why can't I? And eventually I just started falling in love with the sport even more. And that's how.
And now Banog is a key piece for the team, as she's recently started a game at defensive back and special teams for the varsity squad.
She's definitely good with the aggression of the game. She's definitely good with the second effort, right? Playing the game the way the game is meant to be played, right? Whether male or female. She's playing a male game. She's playing it as good as anybody else.
The junior isn't shy about the physicality of the sport either. As a matter of fact, she actually welcomes it.
I think for me, hitting gets all my jitters out. For me, I think it helps too because my dad was a DB's coach all my life, so he always taught us like DB stuff and safety stuff and how to read and stuff. I usually take a big breather before my first hit because the pregame jitters. Nothing really goes through my head.
And while she isn't the first female athlete to play tackle football on the islands, she certainly hopes that she isn't the last.
I would honestly love to see that. And I really love that girls are playing flag football too now because, they get the chance. And if girls want to play tackle, they can play tackle. There's no problem. There's nothing stopping them. Eventually, the boys will always support them too, and it'll become like a family, just like how the boys are with me.
Reporting for Cover 2, I'm Mitch Riberall.
rather dance because, I mean...
I really was singing, you know, my beautiful singing voice. I can't be busting out no dance moves in no classroom, around no shopping mall. I can't be doing that. I'm a big guy. I can't be moving like that. I break some stuff.
I think I can dance and sing, so maybe I can. I gotta pick one.
You rather be busting every time you hear a song?
I don't know. I think I got some moves. I'll let him out.
I rather sing because
he has a great voice.
Because I have a nice voice and yeah.
I think I would sing because my dream was to be Bruno Mars, but I don't think I can get there. No. But I can sing though. I believe I can sing, like Iam Tongi.
I'd rather sing because I don't want to be dancing every time I hear a song. I'd rather sing.
What about you?
I'd rather dance because I have the best dance moves.
Welcome back to Cover 2, Hawaii High School Football Weekly. An early season statement will be made in the OIA's Division I come Saturday afternoon as the Kaiser Cougars will make the trip down Kalanianiole Highway for a highly anticipated meeting with a divisionally ranked Kailua squad. The Blue and Gold have gone klepto as of late, with Cash Kaumaoha reeling off 3 interceptions 2 weeks ago against Pearl City. But the Surf Riders can play takeaway as well, as Big Ben Hohenbein has been a fumble-creating tyrant. And according to Big Number 88, the boys in blue are guided by their windward side pride.
Coming here, growing up, going to Kailua Intermediate, going to Kailua High School, I always feel like it's really good to rep the community. And this community is really strong, Kailua and Waimanalo. A couple boys from Kaneohe too. You know, that's what Coach always talks about. But this year, a big emphasis was not being the windward side of football. We want to be the overall football. We want to win, always in states. I think our biggest opponents is honestly ourselves. But if we stay locked in and stay persistent, I think we have all the talent and coaching to do it.
And the latest KHON2 Sports Heat Check takes us to Kohala, where the Cowboys treat every game like a rodeo, as they got two-way players grabbing life by the horns. That includes offensive and defensive lineman Wyatt Rabang. The 5'10", 220-pound senior is a one-man thunder and lightning, bringing some audacity with agility. Up next for the Paniolo will be a tough test at Waiakea from Division I that's set for Saturday night at 7 o'clock.
What's up, everybody? Yep, Billy Hull of the Honolulu Star Advertiser and Let's Talk Sports back for another year to present the Rising Star presented by Domino's. Our initial star is a 5'9" athlete from Waipahu and senior Titan Figueroa, who is coming off a 5-catch, 143-yard, 1-touchdown performance in a win over Kaiser. The Marauders are back in Division I after a stint in the Open Division, and after hanging tight against Campbell in a close loss, are poised to be a serious threat to compete for a state championship. Figueroa is a player who makes coaching worth it for head coach Bryson Carvalho, who said Titan simply makes everything he is involved with fun. His positive energy combined with his work ethic makes him a natural leader, and it makes everyone around him better. Guys like him, Carvalho said, are a dime a dozen. So congratulations to Waipahu's Titan Figueroa, who is this week's Rising Star.
Welcome back to Cover 2. I'm now joined by offensive coordinator and state representative of the Hilo District, who makes his way back and forth, puts 2 hats on. How do you juggle both?
You know, I would say in some years it's easier than others, especially early on in the state representative position where you don't have as much responsibility. You're really just looking after district concerns. But over the years, you know, now serving as the House Finance Chair, that's a big job. It's a lot of time, a lot of effort, and I've had to be much more organized and detail-oriented than in years past. So, you know, it's a day-to-day struggle, but so far so good.
Detailed-oriented. You have to be detailed-oriented when it comes to running an offense, especially with the talent that you have at this school as well.
Yeah, definitely. We got some real special guys out there. You know, Taimane Purcell, Malachi Lee, you know, being the guys who get a lot of the attention. But we have a lot of ballers. You know, the skill position players here are very quick, very athletic, and have been working very, very hard. We have some real nice guys on the offensive line, a lot of experience at that position and at quarterback also.
Jay Sarah, this Friday, big competition coming up for you, 808 versus the Mainlands, but Jay Sarah, very good program.
Very big, very athletic. To play in what's probably the best conference in the entire country in terms of just top-end talent there in California. We're excited to take it on. It's another opportunity for our boys to get exposed to some really quality defense on our end, and hopefully we can execute at a high level.
Best of luck to this guy, the state representative and offensive coordinator, Coach Chris Todd. For Coach Chris Todd, I'm Mark Veneri. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks a lot, Mark. All right, double shakas time, and both Billy and Mitch gave us double shakas on their way out the door. Mitch got a wedding to attend out of town. Billy bounced to tackle his duties as beat writer for the UH women's volleyball team. So it's just you and me, man.
Wow.
Where are you going with your double shakas?
I'm going with Jaron Kiave Sagopolutelli, the reigning Mariota Award winner, spectacular in his NCAA debut. Jaron literally had one of the best showings in all of college football this last weekend. He also was ACC Rookie of the Week and one of the best performances in the country. The great play of Hawaii quarterbacks in college football has a new charter member. After 1 week, Jaron was added to the Polynesian College Football Player Watch List. This brother is legit.
So good, his face is plastered all over the airport. And I'm sending shakas out to the 12 Hawaii high school graduates that are on NFL rosters to open the 2025 regular season. You can see them pictured right there. The programs represented: St. Louis, Punahou, Mililani, Kahuku. Best of luck to all, and a big mahalo for representing Hawaii Prep football on the game's biggest stage. Well, that does it for us. Hope you enjoyed the show. We'll see you back here next week on season 13 of Cover 2.